using the quadratic formula, which I have reprinted right here. So in order to use the quadratic formula, we need to first figure out what our a, b, and c values are. Well, a is the value of the coefficient in front of the lead quadratic term. So on number 9, my a value is 2. B is that middle coefficient, so my b value is a positive 3. And c is the constant on the left-hand side of the equation, and that is negative 9. Notice how this equation already equaled 0, so I didn't have to rearrange anything in order for me to figure out the a, b, and c value. The same will be true over here for number 10. All right, now that I have my a, b, and c value, I'm going to just plug those three values into the quadratic formula, right, just like this. X is going to then equal negative b. So if my b is 3, this will be negative 3 plus or minus the square root of b squared, well, that's 3 squared, minus 4 times a, so a is 2, so it's 4 times 2, times c, which is negative 9. And all of that is going to be over 2 times a, which means it's 2 times 2. Let's start simplifying some of this. The first thing I'm going to focus on is simplifying the values that's underneath this radical here. So I've got my negative 3, I've got my plus or minus, and then square root of. I'm just going to type in straight to my calculator, 3 squared minus 4 times 2 times negative 9. And when I do that, I get 81. So all of that adds and subtracts and multiplies to 81. Underneath the fraction bar here, I have 2 times 2, so that becomes a 4. We're getting closer here. Now, I do know the square root of 81, so I'm going to simplify that and turn that into a 9. And so now I have negative 3 plus or minus 9 above the fraction bar and a 4 below the fraction bar. Let's branch this off into two separate equations now to break apart that plus minus. And so my first equation will be negative 3 plus 9, all divided by 4. And my second will be negative 3 minus 9, all divided by 4. And then simplifying each one of these one at a time, negative 3 plus 9, well, that's 6. And 6 over 4 reduces to 3 over 2. That's my first solution. Negative 3 minus 9 is negative 12. Divided by 4, that becomes negative 3. That's my second equation. Putting both equations into brackets, we'll put 3 halves, comma, negative 3, and that is the solution set for number 9. Number 10, similar procedure. I already have the equation set equal to 0, so my a value is that lead coefficient of 4. When you don't see a coefficient there, of course it's an invisible value of 1. That's my b value. And my c value is negative 3. Plugging these three values into the quadratic equation, I will get r equals negative 1 plus or minus the square root of 1 squared minus 4 times negative 3. All of that's under the square root, and then the entire thing is above 2 times a. So that's 2 times 4. Let's start simplifying things. I have my negative 1 plus or minus the square root of. Well, let's simplify what 1 squared minus 4 times negative 3 is. Type that into your calculator, and you'll get 49. 1 plus or minus the square root of 49, all over 2 times 4, that happens to be 8. I know the square root of 49 is 7. So now my equation becomes this simple, negative 1 plus or minus 7 on top, 8 down below. Let's split this now into two separate solutions to break apart that plus minus. And up top, we're going to have negative 1 plus 7 over 8, which simplifies to 6 over 8, which reduces to 3 over 4. My second solution is negative 1 minus 7 over 8, which reduces to negative 8 over 8, which is the same thing as negative 1. My two solutions are negative 1, 3/4.